Good evening, everyone. My name is Akash, and today I am here to represent my presentation regarding requirement engineering on the behalf of one of my group members, Rahul Malhotra. First of all, introduction. This presentation explains about the requirement engineering and benefits from implementation of the requirement analysis procedure for developing software. Along with it also explains the procedure in the requirement engineering, also with the evaluation of the various types of the requirement acquired from the given scenario. According to the scenario, the CEO of XYZ Private Limited, who operates hardware store, needs a new application to market their display to both their existing customer and the new customers. The provision of current new method to display their catalog on the available goods digitally so that the user may order things that are either picked up from the shop or shipped to the preferred venue. And the second one is the requirement engineering. This is the process which includes the collection of the requirement to define the system from various sources such as end users, stakeholders, business owner, and many more. It can include the gathering of all type of requirement, whether it is good or bad. In this, the requirement analysis plays most important phase in the cycle of software development, as it helps to define the feature, functions, and characteristics of the proposed application. Being a most effective process in any software development cycle, this process aims to that build a framework stakeholder, and also it helps the developer to assemble the requirement resource on the basis of the gathered requirement to save the time and the cost. And on the slide, benefit of requirement engineering. It helps in various aspects for making and implementing any application, such as identification of the important stakeholders, gathering requirements of the stakeholders, analyzing requirement to define the properties of the application, resource allocation is to in developing effective application. Key process of requirement engineering. As the chart shows, the follow figure shows the illustration of the process for requirement gathering analysis, requirement specification system, requirement specification and modeling, user requirement specification, business requirement specification, and the key process requirement engineering. It's the requirement elicitation. It involves process of identification of stakeholders and gathering requirement from them with the help of various techniques such as interview, survey, brainstorming, questionnaire, and many other available techniques. Requirement documentation. It involves the process of documenting the acquired requirements in one place in order to understand the better. Moreover, the validation and negotiation. This process involves the verification of the gained requirements with the stakeholder and also negotiating the details. Requirement in managing. The process involves the supervise the acquired requirement which is mainly achieved by the requirement throughout the software development cycle. The other one is the business requirement. For the proposed application, following are the business requirements which are evaluated based on the given scenario: planning the investments, planning the system, design and architecture, evaluating the end users, analyzing the issues for interrogation. In functional requirement, for the purpose application, following requirements which are evaluated based on the given scenario: online catalog services and adding, editing selected products, choosing delivery types, payment for selected products, rating and reviewing, and listing the products, and on authorization. This system consists of option to show the online catalog to the customer so that they can choose the tool and paints add them to be shopping bag, as well as the function such as add more, edit the quantity, delete the item and products. After the system should give the option for the payment to select item. The system should also provide the ability to review and rate the product of the applications. Also, the system should provide authentication for monitoring and the margining to the business owner, as well as a option to analyze the desired product available in the store. Then a non-functional requirement. It's the reliability, performance, availability, security, and the probability. In this, the proposed application should be reliable to handle large amount of workload and can sustain the downstairs of the server. Also, it should provide the effective performance of any time. The application should also be available to perform all the operations effectively and also should provide the security of the application can related to the system along the ensuring probability. The next one is the conclusion. The requirement engineering is essential for gathering the all important needs from the stakeholders, which helps in making the application. This process involves the various steps such as elucidation, documentation, validation, and maintenance. Based on these steps, the various categories of requirements has been shown in this presentation. The presentation discusses the requirement engineering and its significance and the advantages that can be gained from the implementation along with methodologies for the processing of the requirement review strategy with the description to address the needs of the stakeholders. Thank you. That's it for the slide.